Your first priority should be to keep the fragile Commonwealth together. There are many threats to its security from all sides. Prussia has imperial ambitions and desires to connect its fractured territory. Sweden and Russia are squaring up for war, while the Austrian Empire already controls much of the region and may expand eastward. It is unlikely that the territories of Poland-Lithuania will survive entirely unscathed, and your borders must be well defended. Polish territory is also under threat from the south. Galicia and Podolia borders the Crimea, Belarus and Volhynia borders Russia. The Ottoman Empire may renew their quest for a greater European foothold. If so, there will inevitably be clashes with both Russia and Austria, so a wily national leader could secure a Black Sea port from the Crimea. This would give Poland a clear line of trade to the Baltic and make it considerably richer in the process. It would also be sensible to ally with larger nations that may be able to assist Poland should her immediate neighbours attack. France, Britain and Sweden are good candidates for trade and alliance partners. The rake is... Use this panel to select the action you wish your agent to carry out upon arriving at their destination.
Lewo, marsz! Wasza dostojność?
Falling behind in the race for knowledge. Technology can be... There are currently no troops stationed at this fort. As things stand, it could easily be occupied by an enemy army. There are currently no troops stationed at this fort. As things stand, it could easily be occupied by an enemy army.
Odpocznę sobie chwilkę.
Units can now be recruited directly by a general in the field. Select the Recruitment tab. Characters within your nation will develop personality traits that affect their abilities. Some traits are present when a character enters the campaign. Others are acquired as he gains experience.
Wasza dostojność. Hackback! Gotowi! Marsz!
Czekam na dalsze instrukcje.
The shadowy areas at the edges of your territory and beyond are caused by the fog of war. Whereas by now the positions of cities, borders and geographical features are well known to all, without spies, nations are nevertheless unaware of the movements of each other's forces and agents, often until it is too late. This is simulated by the fog of war machinations of your rivals before they act against you.
Wasza dostojność?
Ports do not just facilitate overseas. The overall happiness of a population is split between the ruling class and lower orders, with different factors contributing to the happiness level of each. Unhappiness is the first stage on the road to rebellion. At this stage, the problem can be dealt with by an upgrade to the governor's building or an increase in garrison size. Alternatively, taverns, conservatoriums and related buildings will bring contentment to many without having to resort to the sea. You have just selected a piece belonging to another nation. You cannot order it to do anything. Select one of your own in order to learn more about their abilities. This panel gives information about how a building's effects work in the game, along with a detailed description of its function. Some buildings allow you to construct other, more advanced ones, so it's worth reading all the information here and checking the building browser.
Bez wahania.
As your population level increases, villages will grow into towns, enabling the construction of buildings for improving income, happiness, military or research capabilities. In Empire Total War, buildings are spread throughout a region in towns, ports and cities, rather than being concentrated solely at its capital. Use missionaries to spread the word of your faith to every corner of the earth. Conversion to your state religion will make foreign cultures less troublesome. Once spawned, simply place them in a region. They will automatically spread the word to the population. In Empire Total War, buildings are spread throughout a region in towns and ports, rather than being concentrated solely at its capital, as in previous Total War titles. This means careful strategic planning and garrisoning is required in order to adequately defend your assets. With advances in military thinking and the relevant research, new firing drills will become available to many of your units. Unit commanders will more effectively direct fire on the enemy. As population growth is slow here, it is recommended that you upgrade farms or bring lower-class taxes down. Increasing the food supply and net income of the layman will reduce the infant mortality rate, thereby increasing the population. The construction of a farm will increase the growth of the population in a region. As population grows, more towns will appear, enabling construction of a building infrastructure to further strengthen your empire. Wheat, corn, rice, sheep and cattle can all be produced from farms.
Tak.
Aha! Miejsce kultury i nauki.
Gotowi! Marsz! Jesteśmy gotowi!
It is possible to take a fort or city without risking a pitched battle. A patient general can throttle the fight out of the defenders by laying siege for several turns. This is time-consuming, but eventually hunger or an angry populace will force a surrender.